Welcome back to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we're going to discuss data scientists and some of the worst mistakes they tend to make that can be easily fixed. And then a vocal Wall Street analyst's passionate rationale about why Google is going to buy Twitter. RBDR is sponsored today and this week by Precision Opinion, 100% compliant with FCC TCPA cell phone calling regulations. And they ask, can your caddy provider say that? We don't know the impetus for Letitia Van Cowenberg's blog that was entitled 22 Easy to Fix Worst Mistakes for Data Scientists, but her lineup, which we're going to link to for you, contains some glaring and also some prudent guidelines. There's also some things that really are pretty obvious. Her so-called maverick agenda for data scientists includes avoid being a perfectionist because, as she explains, it's always something that's associated with negative return on investment. Spend enough time documenting analyses, spreadsheets, and code. Talk to stakeholders, but don't overwhelm them with bunches of tiny requests. Ignore old techniques like time-consuming algorithms and instead opt for automated tagging or indexation algorithms which work millions of times faster, according to the author. And she wrote that her ideas work for data analysts too. And after looking at them, I like to add that every client research, consumer insight, and customer knowledge department out there should be reading this blog, posting it, and acting accordingly. As I said, we are linking to it for your benefit. Next, if you're part of the management at Google or Twitter, I wonder if you're paying any attention to Capital Market Laboratories CEO Ophir Gottlieb, who blogged last week, quote, "Twitter is on sale. There will be a buyer. Period," end of quote. And Gottlieb leaves absolutely no doubt that the buyer, to paraphrase a baseball announcer, could be, should be, will be Google. Gottlieb noted that Google, quote, has the three crown jewels, meaning it defines online advertising success with appropriate content, timeliness, and a broad audience. But it does not have a social presence, and its recent stab at that, Google Plus, quote unquote, fell by the wayside, according to Gottlieb, a total failure. Gottlieb grants that Facebook probably can't be discounted from the acquisition picture, but given its existing social media dominance over Twitter, it wouldn't benefit nearly as much in taking control of Twitter. Gottlieb has even more logic behind his assertion that Google is going to make the acquisition. Twitter's stock price has collapsed, he pointed out, and is at its IPO price. And he says that Google has enough cash on hand to buy Twitter 4 times over. And Gottlieb further reviewed, quote, when Google acquires Twitter, it instantly competes with Facebook in the social media, social photo, social video, and the social messaging realms. Now, these are all segments that Gottlieb assesses Google cannot successfully compete in now. And further, quote, it plants a potentially immovable stake in the ground with respect to timeliness of content, which he says is Facebook's greatest weakness. Gottlieb concluded of a Google-Twitter combination, quote, after all the synergies are completed, it will leave Google as an unmatched power in all things content, timely, and advertising-driven, end of quote. That's your Research Business Daily Report. We've been sponsored today and this week by Precision Opinion, 100% compliant with FCC TCPA cell phone calling regulations. Can your caddy provider that you're using today say that? To find out exactly the full implications of TCPA compliance for you and your research work, check out the link that's been formulated by Precision Opinion, where it is all laid out for you in just a very few number of words. It's precisionopinion.com/TCPA-compliance/. We hope you have a great research day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.